Okay, so now you've come really to the, not to the end, I would say, but to most of what I want to talk to today. Okay, and this leaves open part 2. Okay, I still have a bit more to talk about shortly. I'll show you some of the code after this. Okay, that you can use, or maybe you're going to hack as well. But would you want now, let's say for the next session, do you want to option 1, which is maybe to run a digital friend type bot, maybe, where you can converse with this bot and get to know yourself like a friend or a character, perhaps, a digital character, all right? Or do you want to learn how to hack the existing Telegram bots, okay? That means, how to edit and amend the existing Telegram bots, or perhaps even to build your own Telegram bots from scratch. Because right now, all I've done today is not to show you any programming yet, just to get you used to the whole workflow on how to run these Telegram bots, and also how to actually run some existing sample bots. That's very important, right? Okay, you need to get there first before you can do anything else. Okay, so the next step, whether you want to run a digital friend type bot, I can show you how to do that maybe on the next part 2, on our next session. Okay, or if you want me to do a hacking session where I'll show you how to take the code, the Smojo code, and edit it. I can also do that for you as well. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is maybe in the chat you can say use it or hack it, and just type in your vote for which one you want, and then the winners I will take that as the winning suggestion. Now, the last of all, I would like to do a Smojo code walkthrough. So I've talked a lot about Smojo and whatnot, right? But I want to show you anything in Smojo. So Smojo is a language, right? It's fairly simple to use. I mean, it's designed for, I'm the designer of the language, and I designed it really for myself, actually, for my child. I had a daughter, and when she was very young, I wanted her to learn programming. And well, she wasn't too interested, but it sort of evolved and became what you're seeing today. Okay. So you need to go to smojo.ai. Okay. Let's leave the page and go to login. Now, if you don't have an account, I would highly recommend you sign up. It's free, right? So all the access into Smojo is completely free. You can sign up. It will ask you for an invite code. Just go and say request an invite code and get the invite code and do the sign up. We do that invite code business just to prevent, bots from trying to sign up and spam our system. Okay, because we don't have tons of capacity. We're doing this for free. Okay, so just click on key on login to log into your system. If you've already logged in once, it will auto log in. But otherwise, you can put in your username and password and click on login, and it will log you in. Okay, so the Tokipona and the bots that we have, I put it under here. There are 2 bots, Echo and Tokipona. Let's look at the Echo bot first. Okay, so all the Smojo programs start with end with .m. Okay, so main.m is our program. This is the entirety of actually only this part only. You see here is the Telegram bot for Echo, okay? And really this is the part that does most of the legwork. It's taking in a message, which I call you, and then spitting out the same message called you. Now, you don't worry too much about, this looks confusing and stuff like that, because I know if you've not programmed before, it can be confusing. And this, even if you have programmed before, this is actually a new programming language, okay? Anything in purple, just ignore it. It's a comment, okay? The important part is to understand that, you can hack this quite easily for yourself to create new bots. And once you hack it, let's say, for example, right now, I have a setting that it will check the mailbox every 1 second at best. But if there are no, let's say if it checks again, let's say if it checks the mailbox and it gets some new messages, okay? If there are new messages, then it will check again in the next second, in the following second. All right, so 1000 means 1 second. Okay, it's in milliseconds. Right? Don't make this number too low, otherwise you will spam the Telegram mailbox, and then they will basically block you as well from using Telegram. Okay, so don't do that. make this something that's reasonable, like maybe 1 second or 10 seconds, right? And 10 seconds here, so it is, so 10 seconds here means that if there are no new messages, it will then check every 2 seconds. If on the second it checks, there's still no messages, it will double the time to 4. So you'll go from 1, 2, 4, etc., until it goes to about, I think the default setting is 20 seconds. All right, so that makes sense, right? If there's no mail coming into your, no messages coming to your chatbot, into your Telegram bot, you don't want to hammer the Telegram server with polling all the time. You want to be polite and, scale up. On the other hand, if there are messages, it will halve the time from 20 seconds to 10 seconds, etc., until it's 1 second. But you can change the settings. Let's say in this case, it goes from 1 second at the very minimum to, let's say, 10 seconds instead of 20 seconds. Then you can just change it this way. Now with this change, I have a new bot. Okay, you can give it a name here, like I've called it slash. So my username is understood. The publish name here you see out here tells you where it's published to. So the bot will be published to Arnold/bot/echo. You can forget about the .json there. And you click on publish, it does the publishing. Okay, maybe I want to say when it starts up the bot, I'll say, hello, how are you, or something like that, right? Let's try that. Let's say, hello. Right, so that prints out, this dot means print out a new line, CR means, sorry, a dot means to print out the string, and CR means print out a new line. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and I publish it. So when you publish this stuff, it takes all of this code and it converts it into a format called JSON. You can see it's out here, JSON. If I click on this, this is actually the program itself. Okay, you can see inside here the program. Now I'm using Firefox, so you will see this. If you're using Chrome, you probably won't see this. You will see something like this. Okay, but Firefox is nice. So I use Firefox. So you can see who made it. Well, it's me, because my name is there. And then you can see when it was made, right? So this is the time right now. Okay. And now if you run this chatbot, the same echo bot, let's stop this bot, the Tokipona one, and run the echo one instead. Okay, so remember, I changed the timings for the bot, how often it checks the server, but I've also changed the introduction message. It should say, there, can you see? Hello, how are you? And then it runs the bot itself, right? So this line, hello, how are you, actually comes in from this part here. Okay, I'm going to remove this because it's a mess. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to change the default settings, because I think we are pretty good. I'm going to republish this again, so it goes back to its original copy, right? Now you have access to all of this code, okay? And I'll show you how you can access this if you have Ace Mojo account, which, like I said before, is free. You just sign up and give yourself a username, and then you can use you can actually download my code from my community page. You click on community out here. Okay, you search now. When I do community, of course, it's my account, but for you, you have to search for Arnold. That, okay, and then you can see my projects. It's under Telegram dashboards, okay? And that's the Echo and Tokipona bots. I will be adding new Telegram bots before I do part 2, okay? If you click on download, no, I can't do this. You can do this. Click on download, then that will give you all the source code that you can actually hack yourself. Okay, Smojo is all about this. It's all about sharing source code and hacking and learning together. Okay, now about Tokipona, let's try that bot instead. So again, I go to main.m. Okay, and oops, where's that? Okay, so you can see it's slightly more complicated, and you can see the complicated part is here. And what it's doing is that this is the prompt, the GPT prompt. Okay, so this is what I'm actually asking ChatGPT to actually do. All right, translate whatever the user says into Tokipona. Just give the direct translation and end there. All right, don't try to explain, right? Give the best translation, etc. and whatnot. Okay, transcribe proper nouns. So like just now, for example, if you noticed, I said, hello, how are you, Chris? I'm not sure you can see this. Just so you can see this. It says Toki. That means hello. Sina pona alapona tawa Yan Chris. So Yan Chris is the proper name for Chris in Tokipona. Okay, so it actually is translating Chris's name correctly, right? That's because of the prompt that we have here. And if it's not sure, then I asked it explicitly to say I'm not sure. So this part here, you need to do some maybe adjustments, right? So I came and I got this prompt by playing around. My son and I, we played around with the bot and we found some bugs, and of course we changed the prompt, and we tried using GPT and ding dong until we end up with something like this. And this is actually pretty good. Okay, so this is something that you got to play around with yourself. Okay, and this is where it loads the OpenAI key. So you can see it's called OpenAI.key. So you can change that if you can. And that's it basically. So each time you click on publish again, it just publishes the code for you, and right, that's the program itself. Okay, so that's a very brief walkthrough. I would still recommend that you actually download the code, right, and from this recording actually try and hack it yourself. Okay, and that will give you a better understanding of how things work. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Perhaps we can move into Q&A, Chris.
Okay, I think due to interest of time, maybe I've actually answered some of the question on the Telegram chat. But maybe before that, we'll move on just to wrap things up and just to give you some kind of action items on where you can start. The questions, I think most people actually voted hack it, Anod. So yeah, hack it, hack it, hack it, hack it, hack it, hack it, hack it. Use it, hack it, use it, do it. Use it, hack it. It's like the game, the kids game, right? Okay, maybe just to a quick wrap up before I pass the time to Jeremy. First of all, thanks so much for sharing this. All this code will be shared on the and the additional notes will be shared on Telegram group as well, right? Arnold? The notes that once it's done.
The notes I will share with you, Chris, and then you can share. I think do you normally blast it with this thing? So it's just
yes.
Yeah,
We'll
so
blast it.
Yeah, so you actually blast it as well. So this is not a chat bot, guys. This is a Telegram bot, right? So it's different, yeah. Okay, it runs on Telegram only.
Okay. Yes. Okay, just to correct. Okay, maybe just to wrap up as well, like I think some of you are keen to know where to start, and if you find this session like a little bit complex, like are we going to start by learning all of this technology? I mean, all of this specs. I think the answer is no, because for us we do have lots of steps when it comes to learning, from prompting, building simple chatbot ChatGPT-powered apps. Actually, before this session is actually meant to be a little bit more technical. If you want to build more complex multimodal AI applications, because unlike text like voices like PDF, images require you to store a lot more documents, and this is where I think you can actually utilize the tech. But just to a simple guide like how to start. I think the first thing that you have to do is to register to Chatbot LearnX Community on Telegram, because it actually contains a complete information on how to start. The second one is to join our Telegram group. Actually, right now we are also experimenting with more a simpler, or maybe more feature-rich Telegram channel as well, just to help you get in touch and communicate with us in a neater way. So stay tuned and actually stay tuned to our Telegram group, because we'll make this announcement shortly. And we do have also mini challenges as well. And I think if you want to get all these updates, you really have to join the Telegram group, because there are already a lot of information on how you start, and even some tips or some templates that actually our community members have developed previously. And as you mentioned, right, you don't have to learn all these techniques at the start. I think we also have a quite comprehensive starting modules as well, and it's all accessible on our chatbot. So our chatbot actually contains like information on how you can start and also like how you can build a simple ChatGPT power apps. So right now what you see is actually like integrating like our AG and integrating it on a Telegram bot. It's actually very, very useful, guys. Like I think for those of you who joined our bootcamp previously, this will be actually a next step up for you to learn because you can do lots of things. You can do lots of things. Localize your apps, do complex processing, heavy duty. I won't cover it today, but this is like the how you start. I will share the slides as well. We do have some credits as well that we share to you guys. So this is what our we are partnered with Microsoft and we get some credits as well from us. And yeah, if you want to start but you don't want to spend money, I think like you feel free to use our temporary credits. But to be honest, I use it for my own projects. Like OpenAI is getting much more cheaper, like 15 cents for 1 million token or 750,000 words. So it's so cheap right now to actually build an AI app. So I really encourage you to sign up on OpenAI as well. Use their API, not their web, because it's that cheap right now to actually build generative AI applications. So it $3 will get you like really, really, really far. Yeah, so this is also a guide for you to use it. And there are also another models called GPT-4o Mini. It's much faster, it's much cheaper, and the quality is also pretty great as well. So yeah, I mean, we can see like actually a faster AI future right now as things are getting more cheaper and faster and more powerful.